take some very experienced negotiation trainers, a friend of ours, Jerry Green, Steve Trang. I mean, guys that you and I know that are the best of the best of the best, that coach more house buyers how to buy than anybody in the business, right? Today, I mean, like they do sales training with them like on a weekly basis.
Yes.
They say that 80% of the landlords that would sell won't sell. Well, what magic potion is the problem?
I think with you, like what you just said, it's price. They're attacking it from one aspect. They want to get it at a certain number so they can wholesale it or do the fix and flip, where most of your rental guys, your tired landlords, they understand this game, right? They understand the business to an extent. They're tired of it, but it's got to be more on their terms, and it's not going to be at a super discount. So you got to be creative.
So most of this stuff, whether you're texting or you're cold calling or you're dropping mail, right? Those are the techniques that are the most common today for high volume guys, right?
Yeah.
And all of it starts with a list. You don't go text everybody in town. You go scrape a list of people that own property that fit a certain demographic, and that's where you start the texting, or that's where you start the cold calling, or that's obviously where you stop direct. So that's called list stacking, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
So if you go ask any of the ninja mail houses, and you and I know most all of them, right? I was on the phone with one last week. They dropped 14 million pieces of mail to their clients last year, right? A mutual friend of ours, right?
Yep.
Everybody that does this, they do list stacking. That's what makes the mail house and people managing a list for you so valuable. You're not just mailing to people who own a property. You're mailing to people with like scientific data, like the artificial intelligence that predicts their likelihood of selling.
Yeah.
So let me tell you who I'm looking for, Paul. I'm looking for a guy that does not want the money. He's the opposite of what everybody else is list stacking. He doesn't want the money. He's sick of the rental.
Right, you're right. He's tired of that. He's tired of his tenants, tired of having to chase them, clean up, fix up the place, and then rerun it out again, right? Tired of that guy. Tired of that. So he's ready to move on, but he's not ready to move on most wholesalers' terms.
Well,
right?
So here's our angle, right? And this what's so funny about this is how simple this is. I don't know anything I've ever come up with that didn't end up being simple. It's the old funny thing. It only takes 5 minutes to come up with a good idea. You just don't know which 5 minutes it'll be. It seems like it's always after a few hundred tries before you finally crack the code on something, right?
Yeah.
So I started really quizzing these negotiation trainers, these big operators and stuff. And I got down into tell me the guy's pain. Tell me the pain. Now, the obvious pain on the surface is price, right? Well, he doesn't want to sell because he doesn't want a discount. And then you really start peeling the onion back, and the bigger pain was he didn't want to pay taxes.
Yeah, and that's where you really, really gain these buyers, and fairly easily. This is where you could really be creative too, but I mean, they don't want to pay the taxes, and owner finance is the best way to achieve this.